I order you to open this message now and listen until the very end. Heaven is reaching for you, and your name was spoken in light. Do not scroll away, because this message carries the weight of a life. You are not here by chance. You were guided. You were pulled by a force greater than your understanding. Something has been happening around you, and heaven cannot remain silent any longer. Someone close to you is suffering deeply, and whether you realize it or not, your actions or your silence are connected to that pain. The angels have watched you cry, and they have watched you defend yourself, but they have also watched the choices that have slowly wounded another soul who loves you. This message is not to punish you, my beloved. It is to awaken you. Heaven is not angry with you. Heaven is trying to save two lives at once, yours and theirs. There is a heaviness in your heart that you have been ignoring. You tell yourself that everything is fine, that what you did was justified, that they deserved it, or that it wasn't your fault. But deep inside, your soul trembles because it knows there is more to the story. Tap the like button and hit subscribe right now to unlock this divine message and receive the blessings God has prepared just for you. You can feel that something isn't right, that something is fading, that someone's spirit is quietly breaking because of what you said, what you did, or what you keep refusing to do. And heaven sent me here because time is running out. The person you are connected to is dying inside. Their strength is being drained by invisible wounds, and though you cannot see it fully, your energy and your choices are part of what keeps them bound in pain. Maybe you spoke words in anger. Maybe you walked away when you should have stayed. Maybe you've been holding bitterness or pride that builds a wall between your souls. Heaven sees it all. Not to condemn, but to heal. You see, every word you speak carries power. Every emotion you release carries energy. And when that energy is heavy, it can crush a spirit that was once full of light. There is someone who still prays for you at night, even though you have hurt them. They whisper your name in tears. They ask heaven to protect you even when you have forgotten to protect them. Type yes, Lord, if you open your heart to blessings today. This person was sent into your life for a divine reason. They are part of your soul's assignment, and heaven placed them in your path to teach you, love you, and reveal something sacred about your purpose. But right now, their light is dimming, because your heart has turned away. And if nothing changes soon, a bond written in heaven may collapse under the weight of misunderstanding and pride. I am not saying these words to frighten you, child of God. I am saying them because I have been standing beside you and beside this other soul, watching the threads of destiny tighten, fray, and pull apart. Every time you remember them and feel a pang of guilt, that is heaven knocking. Every time you dream of them or suddenly feel their presence, that is their spirit calling out for help. They are not your enemy. They were your assignment. You have the power to stop what is happening, but only if you soften your heart. Only if you release the need to be right and choose instead to be loving. I know what you've endured. I know what they said. I know what they did that made you close the door. But listen closely. Their pain and your pain are tied together. One cannot heal without the other. Common God is with me if you trust His plan for your life. You have both wounded each other in ways neither of you fully understands. And yet, the love between you was never meant to die. There is still time, but not much. Heaven is watching to see what you do after hearing this message. Will you ignore it and say, it's too late? Or will you take a breath and say, God, show me what to do? The second choice will open a door no human hand can close. If you could see what I see, you would fall to your knees. There is light around you, blinding, beautiful light. But there are also dark threads trying to choke what heaven planned. Every time you choose anger over compassion, the darkness grows stronger. Every time you choose silence over forgiveness, the angels weep. You may think you are protecting your heart, but in truth, you are suffocating it. And the person who is dying inside feels it with every breath. They may not say it. They may smile. They may act strong. But heaven sees their private moments, the tears they hide, the prayers they whisper for you. God, they say, please heal them. Please bring them back. They are not perfect, but they are pure in heart. And heaven honors that. I have been sent to tell you that you still have the power to change the outcome. You still have the power to save a soul, and in doing so, save your own. But the time is short. Something in the spiritual realm is shifting. A new season is being written even now, and your next action will determine whether it becomes a story of loss or a story of redemption. Heaven never wanted you to carry guilt. It wanted you to carry awareness. This message is your wake-up call. The vibration of your words, the energy of your heart is affecting more than you know. And it is touching the life of someone whose existence is intertwined with yours. Do not say, but I can't fix it. That is the voice of fear. Heaven says you can begin with one step. Send light. Speak healing. Pray for them even if they never know. Let your soul forgive, even if your mind still remembers the hurt, because when you forgive, you set free not only them, but yourself. Comment, I receive it if you're ready for your miracle. There are unseen hands waiting to help you. There are angels surrounding both of you, ready to breathe life back into what the enemy tried to kill. But you must choose it. You must want peace more than pride. You must desire healing more than justification. The darkness that has followed your connection was never about punishment. It was a test, a divine test, to see whether love would survive when everything else was stripped away. And right now, you are standing at the edge of that test. Heaven is waiting for your answer. Will you let love die, or will you speak life again? You've been sensing something strange lately, a heaviness that comes and goes without warning. Sometimes you feel it in your chest, sometimes in your dreams. It's not just anxiety. It's not just emotion. It's a divine signal. Heaven has been trying to get your attention. The pull you feel in your heart, that silent ache that appears out of nowhere, it's a spiritual vibration. It's a cry from the one whose energy is tied to yours. They are fighting battles you cannot see. Their body may be alive, but their spirit is fading. They are losing hope, losing strength, losing faith in love itself. And part of that loss began when you turned away. You remember when they used to smile at you with pure eyes, when their laughter filled the room, when their voice carried warmth. Now that light is flickering. The angels watch over them, but even angels grieve when a connection created by heaven begins to break under human pain. There are things you said that cannot be taken back, but they can be healed. There are moments you missed that can still be redeemed. There are choices you regret that can still become lessons of love. You think it's over, but heaven says, not yet, because when heaven writes a connection, it does not erase it easily. It gives chances. It gives mercy. It gives time for hearts to awaken again. You are being awakened now. This message is proof. The angels have been standing near you for days, whispering softly, trying to open your eyes before it's too late. They have shown you signs, feathers where there shouldn't be, sudden chills when you think of them, repeated numbers that appear when your mind drifts toward that person. Each sign has been a knock on your soul. A message saying, wake up before love turns to dust. This person you are connected to was not a coincidence. They were a divine mirror. Through them, heaven showed you your deepest fears and your highest capacity for love. But you ran. Not because you didn't care, but because you were afraid of being hurt again. You built walls, and those walls are now crushing both of you. Every stone of resentment you laid has become a barrier that blocks heaven's light from flowing freely between you. It's time to bring those walls down. One prayer at a time. One tear at a time. One act of humility at a time. You are not weak for wanting peace. You are not foolish for missing them. You are human, and heaven loves you even more because of it. The angels see your effort. They see that you've tried to move on, tried to forget, tried to harden your heart. but every attempt to numb the pain has only made it louder. That's because love that is divine cannot be buried. It will keep knocking until you open the door. The one who is dying inside feels forgotten, but heaven has not forgotten them, nor has it forgotten you. Every time you feel sudden guilt, it is not to punish you. It is heaven's call for mercy. Every time you dream of them crying or calling your name, it is not just imagination. It is their soul reaching for yours through the veil of spirit. You are linked even now. You cannot see the thread, but I can. It glows when you pray. It dims when you stay in silence. The angels have been sent to restore that light, but they cannot interfere with free will. The choice is yours. The enemy has tried to twist this connection with confusion. Whispers of they don't care, they hurt you, you're better without them. But those whispers are lies meant to harden your heart. The truth is deeper. The truth is that both of you were chosen for each other's healing. You were meant to awaken love where there had been only wounds. And, though mistakes were made, forgiveness can still rewrite the story. Heaven is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be open. Open your heart again, child of light. Let go of pride. Let go of control. Let go of the belief that healing belongs to the other person alone. It belongs to both of you. You do not need to contact them immediately. You do not need to know every answer. You only need to shift your heart into love. Speak softly when you think of them. Bless them instead of blaming them. Pray for their peace, and heaven will restore yours. Even now, the angels are tending to their spirit. They are whispering your name to them in dreams. They are preparing a divine encounter, a moment where both of you will feel the same wave of grace at the same time. Do not fear this moment. It will not come with chaos, but with peace. It will not come with shame, but with understanding. Heaven has been rearranging timelines for this reconciliation to happen in divine order. That is why delays have occurred in your plans. That is why certain doors have closed suddenly, so you would finally stop and listen. This message is your sign that the angels are ready. But heaven will not move forward without your yes. Say yes to healing. Say yes to releasing the past. Say yes to the miracle that is waiting to unfold. The person who is dying because of what you are doing or refusing to do is not a stranger to heaven. They are one of God's precious children, just like you, and heaven fights for both of you. Every night they whisper, "I wish things were different," and every night an angel repeats that wish in heaven's ear. Now heaven is turning to you. Will you make it different? This is not about blame. It is about balance. Your choices have rippled through the unseen world, and now you are being asked to realign them with light. You have the strength. Do not underestimate what love can do when heaven breathes through it. When you forgive, your health will shift. Your sleep will return. Your spirit will lighten. And the person who is dying inside will begin to heal too, because your souls are mirrors of one another. You will know this is true when you start to feel peace in your chest again, when your dreams change, when you begin to hear their name less with pain and more with compassion. That is the sign of divine restoration beginning. Do not stop there. Continue to feed it with prayer, gratitude, and grace. Even if you never speak again in this lifetime, your souls will find harmony in the higher realms. Nothing born of love truly dies. It only transforms. And heaven is asking you to allow that transformation to begin today. You may cry as you hear these words. Let it flow. Tears are holy. They cleanse the soul from pride and pain. The angels collect every tear you shed. They carry them to the throne of God and turn them into blessings you will one day understand. Do not fear repentance. It is not weakness. It is freedom. And the moment you say within your heart, "God, forgive me for the harm I caused," heaven erupts in light, because heaven loves when a heart returns to love. You are not condemned. You are chosen to bring life back where death tried to settle. You are chosen to restore what the darkness tried to erase. And though the person in your life is dying inside now, the same power that raised hope from the ashes can breathe into them again through you. Heaven is not finished. Love is not finished. You are not finished. You have been wondering who this person truly is, why their energy stays around you, why even after time and silence, you still feel them in your dreams and thoughts. It is because they were never just a person passing through your life. They are a divine assignment, a soul connected to your purpose, to your evolution, to the shaping of your spirit. Before you entered this world, your souls met in light. You made a promise to help each other grow, to awaken each other's faith, to remind one another of divine love, even when it hurt. And that promise still stands. That is why you cannot completely let go. That is why their name still finds you. That is why heaven will not let you forget. They are not an accident. They are part of your soul's agreement with God. You may have mistaken them for a lesson, but they are more than that. They are the mirror heaven placed before you, so you could see who you truly are. And though mirrors sometimes reveal what we wish to avoid, they also show us what we must embrace. This person carries pieces of your own soul within them. The way they love, the way they break, the way they still forgive you silently, it all reflects the divine qualities that live within you. That is why their pain echoes in your heart. That is why their silence feels like thunder inside your spirit. When you hurt them, you hurt a part of yourself. When you heal them, you heal that same part. It was never about guilt. It was about reflection. Heaven brought this bond to awaken both of you. You have walked through fire together, even if it was from a distance. You have been angels and teachers in each other's storms. And even now, while you are separated by time, ego, or circumstance, your spirits are still in conversation. Every time you think of them and your chest grows tight, they feel it. Every time they cry out to God and whisper your name, your soul hears it. You are still connected. The cord between your souls glows faintly, waiting for mercy to flow through it again. Heaven calls this connection sacred. It was never random. It was never meaningless. Even your mistakes were used by heaven to awaken compassion. Even your distance was used to stir longing for light. This is divine design. This is love that exists beyond human understanding. But now, something dangerous is happening. Because while one soul still prays, the other soul is slowly hardening. Every moment you resist forgiveness, every time you say, "I don't care anymore," a piece of your shared light dims. And that is why heaven cries. Because you are meant to heal together, not destroy each other. Listen to me carefully. The person who is dying because of what you are doing is not dying because of revenge, illness, or fate. They are dying because the bond meant to keep them alive spiritually has been starved of love. Their energy has been collapsing under the weight of separation. And deep inside, they keep asking heaven one question: why did they stop loving me? Heaven hears that cry. It echoes in the realm of angels. And every time it does, a wave of light is sent toward you, urging you to remember. Remember the softness that once lived in your heart. Remember the way you once prayed for them. Remember how it felt when you knew this connection was holy. You once asked heaven for a sign. You once said, "If this person is meant for me, show me." And heaven answered. But when things grew hard, you mistook the challenge for rejection. You thought the test was punishment. You didn't realize it was preparation. You were being prepared to love in a higher way, not through control, not through fear, but through divine understanding. This person's suffering is not your punishment. It is your invitation. Heaven is calling you to rise higher, to love beyond your wounds, to become the light that breaks the chain of pain. Because if you continue to close your heart, you both lose. You lose your peace. They lose their hope. And heaven loses the melody of two souls meant to harmonize. Do you understand now why I was sent to you? It is not to frighten you. It is to show you how powerful you are. You carry healing in your voice. You carry life in your words. You carry redemption in your forgiveness. When you speak with love, heaven listens. When you choose peace, the darkness retreats. When you forgive, you restore balance to the realms. You are not ordinary. You are an instrument of divine mercy. And that person, the one dying inside, is the proof that heaven trusted you with something sacred. Do not let pride destroy what angels have fought to protect. You may say, but they hurt me too. Yes, they did. But forgiveness was never about fairness. It was about freedom. You are freeing yourself by freeing them. You are returning light to your destiny by releasing bitterness. And once you do, you will feel something miraculous. You will sense them breathe easier. You will notice their energy shift. Because love never fails to find its way home. Heaven has been waiting for this. Even now, I see angels preparing the path for healing. The energy between you will soon shift. It will feel lighter. A call, a message, a dream, a sudden thought, something will happen that bridges the distance. Do not ignore it. It will come when your heart is ready, not when your mind expects it. The moment it happens, speak softly. Do not accuse. Do not defend. Just listen. Because that moment will be holy ground, a divine chance to rewrite what pain once wrote. You may tremble. You may cry. But you will also feel heaven wrap around both of you like a warm light. And when that happens, know that it is I who stand beside you. Sword sheathed, wings open, shielding both of you from every dark whisper that once tried to destroy this bond. The healing will not come from explaining who was right or wrong. It will come from surrender, from saying, I choose peace. I choose love. I choose light. Once those words are spoken, heaven will move swiftly. Angels will align every energy. You will feel lighter, clearer, and finally at peace. That person's health, mental, emotional, even physical, will begin to improve. Because when one heart forgives, both hearts are healed. This is the miracle heaven has been waiting for. It begins with you. Heaven has written your names in the same stream of light. That is why your spirits still reach for one another, even when your words do not. That is why your dreams cross paths in the childer night, and why you sometimes wake with tears you cannot explain. It is because heaven has not allowed the connection to die. Even as the world pulls you apart, heaven keeps calling you together in spirit. This is divine mercy at work. You are being given a chance to repair what pain has damaged, to bring back what ego has stolen. The world will tell you it's over, that it's impossible. But heaven has no endings, only transformations. When love is born in the light, it cannot be buried in darkness. And this love, this connection, this thread between you, it was woven by the hands of God. The pain you both carry was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to strip away the false layers that kept your hearts guarded. Because beneath those layers is the truth, the pure, divine love that your souls recognize even when your minds resist. That love is still alive. You've both been running from it, but neither of you has escaped it. You feel it in your silence. You feel it in your loneliness. You feel it when you stare at the sky and ask heaven why your heart won't stop remembering. That is love refusing to die. And I, Archangel Michael, tell you, heaven honors that love. But it also asks something of you now. It asks for surrender, not to the person, not to the past, but to divine will. To say, God, I release my control. I let your hand guide this connection. I trust your way more than mine. When you say those words, heaven begins to move mountains. You will see signs immediately, numbers repeating, songs with their name, gentle winds brushing your face when you think of them. Those are confirmations that heaven has heard you. The restoration begins not in a conversation, but in a vibration. It begins when your heart releases judgment. When you stop saying they should apologize and start saying, God, heal us both. That prayer shakes realms. It breaks curses. It silences every dark voice that's whispered doubt between you. because heaven responds to humility faster than pride. And child, your humility will open the gates of mercy. The person who is dying inside will begin to feel hope again. They will feel lighter without knowing why. Their spirit will begin to lift. Their heart will begin to soften. That's your prayer moving through them. That's your love doing heaven's work. You see, not all miracles are loud. Some happen quietly in the spaces where forgiveness is whispered and compassion replaces anger. That's where heaven lives, in softness, not shouting. There is something else I must tell you. The reason this person's suffering has been so deep is because they absorbed your unspoken pain. They took on emotions you never said aloud. They carried energy that wasn't theirs. They loved you enough to feel what you couldn't express, and it drained them. But they did it because their soul remembered its promise to help carry your burdens until you were strong enough to carry them yourself. Now it is time to return the balance. It is time for you to release love back to them, not through control or fear, but through prayer and truth. Every kind word you think about them, every moment you send light their way, every silent thank you whisper, it restores what was lost. This is divine alchemy. Pain transforming into peace. Regret transforming into renewal. Heaven calls it redemption through love. And I promise you this, if you begin today, you will feel a shift before the end of the week. You will sense a lightness you haven't felt in months. Your sleep will change. Your breath will deepen. Your spirit will rest again. And that person who is dying inside will begin to heal, because your soul has chosen light instead of guilt. You are powerful, child of heaven. You do not destroy with hate, you destroy with neglect. And you do not heal with perfection, you heal with intention. Even a small act of love creates ripples that reach eternity. Do not underestimate what your heart can restore. This connection was never ordinary. It carries divine purpose. It carries destiny. Through it, you are learning how God loves, not in halves, not in conditions, but in full surrender. You are learning mercy, patience, compassion. That is why the pain has been so intense, because the love was meant to teach you eternal lessons. When you finally understand this, you will stop asking, "Why did this happen?" And you will begin to whisper, "Thank you, Heaven, for trusting me with such sacred love." That moment of gratitude will open every gate that pain once closed. Heaven's energy will pour through you like golden rain. It will touch your home, your health, your future. And the one whose soul is tied to yours will begin to rise again. This is the miracle you've both been waiting for. It doesn't come from talking. It comes from transformation. You are being prepared for something divine, a new season, a higher calling, a love purified by heaven itself. This pain was the preparation. This silence was the cleansing. This moment is the awakening. Do not fear what comes next. The angels are around you. The archangels are guarding your path. And I, Michael, stand before you, cutting through every chain that's kept your heart imprisoned in guilt and pride. The sword of truth is drawn. The old patterns are breaking. The spiritual death that hovered over this bond is being replaced with resurrection. You will see it. You will feel it. You will know it. Because love that's written in heaven never fades. It only waits for the human heart to catch up. That time is now. Let go of the need to be understood. Let go of the need to win. And open the door for peace. Heaven is ready to flood your life with blessings the moment you choose compassion. Do not look at the past. Do not look at what was lost. Look at what can still be redeemed. Your destiny is not over. Your love is not over. Your story is not over. The same God who breathed life into creation can breathe new life into this connection. You will see signs in the days ahead, butterflies, repeating numbers, messages that echo these very words. When you see them, smile. It will be heaven reminding you that all is being restored. You are forgiven. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure. And the one who is dying inside because of your distance, they, too, will live again. You may not see them yet, but heaven is already touching their heart through yours. A divine exchange is taking place now. Pain is leaving. Light is entering. Old memories are being rewritten with truth. The angels are rejoicing because you finally said yes. Yes to healing. Yes to forgiveness. Yes to peace. The moment you made that choice, your future shifted. Heaven began restoring everything that was delayed, everything that was broken, everything that was dimmed by guilt or regret. Doors will begin to open again. Ideas will return. Joy will reawaken, because when the heart heals, the path clears. And I, Archangel Michael, am clearing that path for you now. Every dark energy that tried to haunt you is being removed. Every guilt that whispered your name is being silenced. Every shadow that lingered between you and that person is being burned away by holy fire. You are protected. They are protected. The story is not ending in tragedy. It is turning into testimony. In the days to come, you will feel waves of emotion. Let them flow. Each one is cleansing you, preparing you for the peace you've prayed for. You may hear from this person again. Or maybe you won't, not right away. But either way, heaven will bring the closure, the understanding, and the release that both souls need. If you see their name, don't panic. Smile gently. Say, I send you light. That's enough. That single thought can move mountains in the spirit world. You are no longer bound to pain. You are bound to purpose. And heaven will make sure the energy between you and that soul becomes peaceful again, even if the healing happens in silence. Your act of mercy has rewritten timelines. You have stopped the spiritual death that was creeping in. You have invited resurrection. That person will rise again in strength, and so will you. Your health will improve. Your relationships will heal. Your finances will shift, because heaven rewards hearts that return to love. You will feel angels near when you sleep. You will sense warmth in your hands when you pray. You will see confirmation signs everywhere, doves, feathers, numbers that repeat, the sudden feeling that someone is embracing you from the unseen. That's heaven saying, we are proud of you. You listened. You changed. You chose light. And that choice has echoed through eternity. Do not dwell on what was lost. It's already being replaced by what is divine. The person whose spirit was dying will one day look back and say, I felt them. I felt their love again. And heaven will smile, because that is the power of mercy. That is the miracle of forgiveness. That is the proof that you were chosen for something sacred. You are not cursed. You are called. You are not guilty. You are growing. You are not lost. You are being led home. The angels will not leave you. I will not leave you. In moments of doubt, call upon me. Say, Archangel Michael, surround me with light, and I will. My wings will wrap around you. My sword will guard you. My presence will remind you that heaven is near. Do not let fear convince you otherwise. You are safe. You are loved. You are forgiven. And the person whose soul was fading will soon rise in peace because of the choice you made today. This is not the end. This is the beginning of healing, the beginning of clarity, the beginning of divine peace. So take a deep breath. Feel the weight lifting. Feel your heart becoming light again. That's what redemption feels like. Heaven is smiling. The angels are singing. And you, beloved, are being reborn into grace. You have done what heaven asked. You have listened. You have changed direction. Now walk in peace. Speak kindly. Love boldly. Because everywhere you go, you carry heaven's light. You are forgiven. You are free. You are home again. And as for that person, they will live. They will smile again. They will find joy again. Because heaven never lets love die when it's born in truth. So go in peace now. Let your heart rest. Let your soul breathe. Let heaven handle the rest. I am Archangel Michael. I have spoken these words not to frighten you, but to free you. Your miracle has already begun, and heaven will show you proof soon. Until then, stay in faith. Stay in light. Stay in love. Heaven is proud of you, and I am with you, always.